Oh, it is just full of dust bunnies everywhere. Hi guys, and welcome to the Allotment Family Diary, a YouTube channel dedicated to documenting family life on 5 allotment plots. 5. Technically 2 full plots and a half plot, but yeah, still 5. My name's Tom, and today, on the 6th of March, I've decided to blitz the shed, and I've just about finished. So this shed is located on mine and my wife Hannah's first half plot that we got in May 2023, and it's rather big. I mean, we've got like 5 family members plus 2 dogs and visiting cats, so it's like a hub of activity, and it's a great place to store things, also cook, because we're up here so much. So it's nice and tidy now, and it's not an embarrassment. So do you guys want to come and have a look? Come on, I'll show you around. So I realise some of you newer channel members may never have actually seen the interior of our shed, but I thought I'd show you guys anyway. So we'll have a quick look to start off the episode this week. So what have we got? This, like storage for Flo's art stuff, because she does like coming up here and sitting at her desk, looking out the window and drawing and painting. So we have our cooking equipment, Hannah's hat there, the clock, which needs a battery change. We have tea, coffee, bird seed, and some dog kibble, salt, pepper, hand wash, everything you need for using the cooking station here. Obviously, again, you know, more space for storage up there, random things. Oh look, an old photo of this plot when we first got it in May 2023. Oh. And then up here, obviously more storage again, tools and things. This is a, it doesn't fold out, but Tor loves sitting on there. And obviously, you know, if you want to sit down, have a chill out after a hard day's digging, that's the place to do it. And then we have our tools. So these tools, we've amassed quite a lot, especially since we've inherited a fair few from the new plot that we got recently. So one of the projects in a future video, when the shed is gone over there, you can just about see it, we are going to look at building a tool shed, I think. But yeah, this is the shed. Just a quick whistle stop tour. Down here, behind that, there's a flap. Hang on, let's just see if I can show you. And if you peel that back, whoop, come on. There's a flap that leads to the outside paddock, and that's for Tor. It's basically a dog flap. So yeah, he's a very pampered, spoiled boy. So this is the shed. If you've not seen it before, I hope you enjoy it. It's got lighting as well, because you know sometimes they're up here quite late. So yeah, there's various lights in here. I might show you later when it gets dark. But for now, guys, let's start the first job of the day. And my co-host for today is the wonderful Chase the cat. He's not a stray, he lives nearby, but he's just always up here, aren't you? You're so friendly, and everyone knows him, everyone loves him. So co-host Chase is hiding these onion sets, guys. I'm going to put the onions in today. It's the 6th of March, as I mentioned, and usually Tilly puts hers in around mid-March, but you know what? Everyone up here's put theirs in. All the old pros, all the old veterans, they put theirs in a few days ago. So do you know what? Let's try it their way. Let's get them in today. So in here, what have we got? We have rumba and stir-on. There's roughly about 110 in there. And here we have the lovely red Carmen. And again, there's about 110 sets. I think we'll have a few left over, but that's fine, no problem. So the other day, during the mini heat wave we had at the beginning of March, I was working on the ground, which is just over there. I'll show you a shot of that now. It's all been nicely dug over. And a few months back, we added a big heap of chicken manure, fresh from our own chickens, to that pile. I say fresh, we did actually let it mature for about 6 months, and then it was dug in. It's been dug in twice now. So that soil is going to be wonderful for those onions. So I figured out the spacing, and by my calculations, I reckon we can fit in 100 white and 100 red in that plot over there. So it's my first time planting onions, so I'm going to take Tilly's advice. I've been looking at what the old pros have been doing up here. So let's get cracking. Well, there we are, 100 white and 100 red onions all planted into their new home. I can't wait to start seeing these sprout up, but I am going to keep an eye out for the pesky crows because apparently they do like to pull them out. We'll see what happens with that anyway. In just a moment, I'm going to head over to Tilly's plot because I've got a rather fun construction job to do over there. Sadly, I'm not going to be working on clearing the shed out at the moment. That's another job for another day, but we've got to remember, because we've got so many plots, we need to keep an eye on our existing ones as well before we really start working on that thing. So, let's go and get building, guys. Oh, it's a heavy box. It's a heavy box. Oh, but what is it? Oh, what is this, guys? Well, here we go. So, some of you guys may remember a while ago we did a plot tour up here with Tilly, and she mentioned that she wanted 2 raised beds built. So I built one using decking board, and the idea was to build a similar one but slightly wider next to it. Now, we were just kind of saving up the money to get the wood, because they're not cheap. They're not really cheap to build. You're looking at least like 100 quid possibly. But out of the blue, yeah, this is strange because the same thing happened with the mini chainsaw where we were planning on pruning the tree on our plot. This company, Vegeja, I believe they're called, got in contact with us and said, would you like to try one of our sustainable metal raised beds? And we said, that's so bizarre because we needed to build another raised bed anyway. So here we go. Vegeja, thank you so much. They have sent this to us. Let's unbox it. Let's see what's inside and let's build it. It's going right there, just off camera. Here we are. The lid has been pulled back, and yeah, so this is apparently a 4 foot by 8 foot raised bed. And I mean, I was impressed at how they've managed to get it into the box, to be honest. I was expecting a lot bigger box. So what have we got? So we've got the instructions. I have had a look through this already. Really easy to understand. Loads of information in here, useful tips and things as well, nicely printed as well. And we get tools. So if I reach in, so there's the tool in here to attach all the bolts. So I believe most of it is literally going to be piecing the panels of metal together and then just using this to tighten them. So we'll put that back in a box. What's this on this side? Oh, okay, so this must be the part that goes around the top to obviously stop you from like cutting yourself on the side of the metal or it getting damaged or dinked or anything like that. So yeah, this is it. Okay, right, I'm quite excited. Let's get all the pieces out and then we'll start trying to build it. Right, so I've got most of the pieces out. If we take a look at the actual pieces of metal here, there's like a protective film on them, each piece. which is good because, you know, it protects the metal in transit, whatever. So, yeah, it comes away fairly easily. The chickens are just so intrigued at what's going on. So I'm going to try and build the top end first. We'll go with this bit. So it will consist of one of these corners there, another one of the corners there, and then this bit in the middle. So let's get these two unpeeled, and then I am going to start bolting it together, and we'll see what space we're working with. So I've attached one side fairly simply, to be honest, and it is now time to put on the next side. I'm going to put it on here like this. So basically all you have to do, and I think the bulk of this thing, it's just putting bolts through, really. So if you start from, probably helps if you're on like a flatter surface than I am. If you put a bolt through that side, then on the other side, if I spin the camera around to show you this part, so we just place a washer on that side, put this on. What I would recommend doing as well, because obviously it comes with this tool to tighten them with, but I would recommend having a screwdriver handy, so you can put it into the screw on the other side and then tighten it with this. So if I just do that now, so basically you just turn it and that's it. And it's just a case of doing that for all of them. So there's quite a few to do, but let's crack on with it and I'll show you little bits as we go. So here we are, about an hour and a half into the build, I would say. It's gone together like really easy. It's just time consuming putting all those bolts on, but you know, it's not like a technical fault or anything wrong with it. It just takes as long as it takes, basically. But it looks really nice. Gonna have to spread all this compost out and it's gonna take a lot of filling, but there is one more job to do, just to add the rim to the outside. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was rolling my eyes thinking, this is going to be really difficult. It's not going to go on properly, but it is very easy. I think it's just where the corners overlap. It's probably just going to take a little bit of working in. Easy. Smooth as custard. So you turned up just taking Tor for a walk, weren't you?
Yeah, so I finished work and fed the child and thought I'd take Tor for a walk and see what's going on up here.
Yeah, well, I finished building it. So yeah. This is it. It's the it's a metal raised bed and it's 4 foot by 8 foot. And what do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks smart. I mean, I like the colour and everything. I didn't realise it was that big. I actually thought it was like, I thought it would be like this. So I didn't realise it was that big. Kind
of like the wooden one.
Yeah,
that size. Yeah. No, and this is ideal because we were literally going to build a wooden one this size, and then they got in contact and said, "Do you want this?"
I mean, yeah, it's good for your mum, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it was relatively easy to build. It took about an hour and 45 minutes, something like that. A little bit fiddly with the screws and nuts and the bolts, but that's just to be expected. It's just how it goes together. It looks very sturdy.
Yeah, it's got a nice finish there as well.
Yeah, that Tor's checking it out. What do you think, Tor? You're more interested in the chickens, aren't you? Yeah. But yeah, so all we've got to do now is fill it, basically.
It's going to take a lot of filling.
It is, yeah. I mean, Tilly had a lot of this compost snap left over, but I do think we might have to move some of ours over and potentially buy more as well.
I don't think we've got any to move over because we've used it all. We've put it in places where it needs to go now.
We've got some of our own brewing.
Have we?
In the bin.
Is it brewed enough?
Yeah. I used it in the greenhouse the other day.
Oh, the greenhouse looks nice.
Yeah. Right, well, as I always say, suns are setting, so it's home for the night, but we will get this filled and then see how it looks when it's all got some lovely compost in it. So that raised bed is coming along really well, really pleased with it so far. I have started filling it, but I will show you it completed at the end of the episode. And we'll also have a catch up with Tilly and show her and see what she thinks too. Today it's the 7th of March and I thought, do you know what? I haven't shown you guys the seedlings for a while. So let's have a look inside Tilly's polytunnel, the nursery, at what's going on in there. Here we go. So right in to the grow houses. So let's start off at the top, I guess. So we have the Disco Mixed Marigold. We did have some heavy frosts and we lost a few, but you know, those have seemed to have survived okay. And they were sown on the 14th of February. We've got Poland Cucumber. That's coming up. It's just started coming up the other day actually. When was that sown? That was the 14th too. I did start those off on the heat mats at home and then brought them up here. And then down here, what have we got? Our Romanesco cauliflower. So these I potted them on yesterday. So yeah, these are going to go in that raised bed that we are working on. So what's around here? There's not a lot else to see in here really. I mean, we've got the shallots. We had a problem with those. There was a leak in the polytunnel and they all got flooded, so I had to save them as best as I could, just empty out all the water. Tilly planted some winter lettuce in there, obviously before she had the operation. It's okay, it's coming along. And then I'll spin you around here. So in this one we have the leeks, the mussel burr leeks, so 2 trays of those. Again, they were just started in here, they weren't started on the heat mats at home. We have mammoth pot leeks. Those are doing okay, again started in here. And in here we have greyhound cabbages. I've actually thinned them out a bit. So yeah, we've got 6 nice ones on the go there. And down here we have more leeks, more mussel burr. So Tilly planted those on the 9th. And I believe the ones that I started at the top were a few days before, but at home, not on the grow lights, not on the heat mats. Anyway, talking of grow lights and heat mats, I want to take you guys back to the Allotment Family headquarters and show you how our chilies, peppers and tomatoes are getting on. So here we are guys, welcome back to the Allotment Family headquarters grow room. So this, nestled in our garage, is where we have been starting off a lot of plants this winter. And I think what I'll probably do is just grab the cam, we'll dive straight in there and I'll show you what's growing on in this little grow house. Here we go, so let's start here. So the 28th of February. I have sown some Mycera peppers. These are like sweet peppers, kind of like the Thor we did last year. There's no sign of germination yet. That's fine. They're on the heat mat. Then we've got our eggies. So our aubergines. So a few of these have popped through. Again, these were sown on the 27th of February. At the back, we've got some Fiery Flames chilies, because those are so nice. We've still got some dried out from last year. And then I'll move you down here. So we've got the Akoya tomatoes and honeycomb. So one will be grown in the polytunnel and the other will be grown in hanging baskets. So the Akoya, you can grow them in baskets. They produce a very, very dark purple tomato and they're supposed to be quite sweet. The honeycomb, however, are going to be a lot sweeter. So yeah, they're the polytunnel ones. At the back, oh dear. So this was the Cuban Black overwinter plant. I put it in here to kind of start waking it up. I've not given up hope on it yet, although I can see that there is some, the top started dying. We'll just see how that one goes. We'll see how it goes. And then I will move you down here. to the babies, so the chilies and the peppers. So what have we got here? In this row we have the Fiesta, which is a yellow pepper. These have come on really well. Look at those. And then in the following row we've got the Machu Picchu. I was concerned about the leaves curling, but they seem to sort of unfold themselves eventually. I guess that's just how the variety grows. And then on the third row we've got the Delirio, which is an orange pepper, again growing along nicely. And then what have we got at the back? So this one is the Bishop's Crown. So yeah, they've they're coming along very nicely. I will show you something else in just a second, a little test that I did. I'll show you the results so far. But first of all, we've got a honeycomb there. And these are the Brandywine tomatoes, which are doing quite well. Yeah, so it's all looking good in here. It's all looking good so far. But let me show you this experiment, because you'll be surprised at the results. Now here we have one of the Delirio peppers. So these were originally sown on the 28th of December. And this is kind of quite an eye-opener. So if some of you are on the fence about whether to use grow lights and heat mats, well, this experiment, you may remember me talking about it a few videos ago. This is the one under the grow lights, and this is one I've left to do its own thing without the grow lights. The only thing it's had is the protective plastic bottle on top of it. So yeah, so there's the difference if you're on the fence about using grow lights. This compared to this. So no grow lights whatsoever. It has just been sat on top of the grow center having natural light. That's it. And this is the one that has been permanently under the lights. So yeah, guys, if you're on the fence about it, I think, well, the proof is in the pudding. So there we have it. There's our little grow house tour. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It's the first time that we've used grow lights indoors, and I think it's going pretty well. Quite happy with it. I just want to take this opportunity, guys, to say please consider becoming a channel member as well, because we produce a video each week for channel members, and they're generally longer than the videos that you'll see for the public out there. They're really good fun. It's like family life behind the scenes, quite often off the allotment too. So various day trips that we make, family life, all sorts of things that go on behind the scenes. So please do consider becoming a channel member. There's a link in the video description. Just click on that and join up as a channel member. Any profits that we make from this go right back into the allotment and growing, and indeed the channel as well, if we ever need new equipment, that sort of thing. So anyway, without further ado, let's see how the raised bed build is progressing. You're in my space. Come on.
I can't lift him, he's so heavy.
Oh, he's a little piggy. Ugh. Right, don't show your bits. So the raised bed's finished.
Is it?
Yeah, I sent you some pictures.
Oh, well done. Right, let's have a look then.
Ow, crocodile roll, crocodile roll. Are you going? He's just gonna try and get out the way. Right, so yeah, what do you think?
Crumbs! That looks really nice. I like the colour.
It's nice, actually. Yeah, yeah, it's a nice colour.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like the colour they used to paint the old sheds
Yes.
in the allotment, so it doesn't
Yeah.
kind of distract too much. From,
No,
from
it's
things.
really nice. It goes with the other stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's bigger than I thought it was going to be as well.
Yeah,
Gosh, that must have taken some filling.
yeah. So to fill it, you left like some old roots and bits of compost and
Yeah.
wood and stuff, didn't you? And then I added, I think it worked out to be 6 wheelbarrows full of wood chip in the end, but that will rot and compress down over time.
Yeah.
And then soil scrapings from like some of your plots which had like chicken manure on as well.
yeah.
So that'll all get mulched in. And then about 4 bags of compost, so 2 bags of rotted horse manure and 2 bags of normal compost.
So what's going in there then? I've forgotten.
That's your cauliflowers.
Oh yes, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they should grow all right in there. I've never been able to grow cauliflowers before.
Yeah, and
Not decent ones.
I've
anyway.
never tried, so we're both
Yeah.
novices really.
But these are the green heads, aren't they?
Yeah, and you've got the orange ones, I can't remember.
Oh
the name.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Make a nice cauliflower cheese.
But they're growing away nicely in your polytunnel. Thank you again, Vegeja, I believe that's how you pronounce the name. Sustainable metal beds. Yeah, really good. I'm impressed with the quality.
I've seen them before, and to be honest, I've always wanted one.
Yeah, you have.
So
mentioned them.
yeah, I have mentioned it before, and I'm well impressed now.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very fiddly to put together. I'll say that, but that's just the way it is. It's not, as I've mentioned, it's not a fault of the.
Yeah, I guess
things.
it's all the nuts and bolts and things to screw up, isn't it?
Just takes its time. It takes what, about an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, well, anything good takes its time, doesn't it,
Yeah.
to do? So.
But you're happy then?
Yeah, very happy. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
People will think someone else has got my plot because it's looking so neat and good.
Technically, they have.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So yeah, you're missing the allotments. We've done a few video calls, and I've walked around and filmed
Yes,
stuff.
yeah, I'm starting to get bored now. I'm seeing the surgeon again next week. I thought it was the following week, but it's next week. And I think he does an x-ray and then decides whether I can walk with my foot fully on the ground or if it's still got to be on the heel. So, and it's still very sore where all the stitches are, especially on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
So I'm getting absolutely fed up.
So obviously you've had the plaster taken off. So
The dressing.
this is
yeah.
your RoboCop boot, as I
Yes, yeah, it is.
call it. Yeah. But yeah, you're thoroughly bored, aren't you? I think
yeah.
you've been out twice. You went down to see the caravan for a night, and we went to a garden centre, didn't
Yes, that's right, we did.
we? And I had to wheel you
Yeah.
around in a wheelchair.
Yeah, which actually is an eye-opener.
Yeah, it's surprising. You know, yeah, how.
You take things for granted, don't you? And
Yeah.
even little things prove to be quite a big problem if you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah, you don't really, realise it until you actually have to experience.
Especially for the person pushing it.
You nearly fell out a couple of times. But yeah, the garden centre, if you want to have a look at that one, we did a members only vlog, so consider becoming a channel member. There's a link in the video description. I won't plug it too much, but thank you to those who are channel members already. I think people are enjoying the member stuff, aren't they?
I think so, yes, yeah, and thank you to everyone, those people who have comments. We've had loads and loads of comments lately, and they've been 99.9% positive.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed reading them and replying to them.
We do like reading the comments, and yeah, thank you for all your support, guys. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll have I'm quite far ahead because so much has been going on. I've filmed so much that I've got quite a few episodes done already. But Nick and I will be tackling the shed on the new plot soon. Dad and I are gonna put our masks on and our gloves and invade the rat nest.
Yes, you need to do that because you can get all sorts of things, and especially stuff that's probably been there for 20 odd years. not moved. So it's going to be very dusty and smelly, and
so
who knows what you'll find.
That'll be a fun experience, but stay tuned for that one. There's so much going on. It's been so busy up there, so keep a lookout for the new episodes, because so much is happening.
Yeah, and I've got lots of seeds and things, herbs and medicinal plants and things that I want to get someone to put in somewhere, because because I don't think that I'll be around quickly enough to do them. Although I guess you can put in herb seeds and things throughout the year, really, can't you? But I do want to try and go for an award, actually, on my plot.
A wildlife award with the Wildlife Trust.
So
I'll race you to that then.
Okay. Yeah, but no doing it now when I can't get up there.
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Bye. Thanks. Bye.